Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So today I decided to start something else. You know, I'm good for starting shit and not knowing if I'm gonna finish. But so I was reading on yesterday and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just start giving my review or opinion on the books that I read and making a video about it. And seeing, being able to, and give myself the ability to look back and see how I grow as a reader, right? So I tried to find like a book club or something that I would like, but I couldn't find one that was for me. Like everybody was like reading all them self-help books, and I don't really do self-help books. Like that's not my interest. It's not my genre of interest. So I was like, bump it. I'm just gonna go out on a whim and you know maybe find me, create my own little space or whatever. I'm good at creating my own little space and my own little world and living in it. Okay, so that's what this portion of my channel is going to be, basically, right? Okay, so as you can see by the title, our first book is going to be My Choice by Mel Dau. Yeah, Mel Dau, because of the meaning of it. That's what it says, basically. That's what it says to me, anyway. So if I look down, it's because I got my handy dandy notes written out so that I don't forget, because I'm known to forget something. So anyway, um, let's get to the review. So the book was good. The storyline has the ability to be captivative because it can like come off a little bit childish, um, but you will want to know if what you think is going to happen is going to happen, and that's what makes you like finish the book. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come here, let me see, so to speak. So the main character, one of the main characters, is autistic, level 1 autism, and the other main character, and another of the main characters, because more than those, but another of the main characters are is a hustler, like a reformed hustler, I would say. That's the terminology I'll use. One comes from a prominent family, the other comes from a semi-prominent family that's like well off. Like they aren't like robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? So they're prominent because they do know people within the town or the city that they're in. Um, so without telling the story, love is found, possibly lost, and played out. Um, this book, it really like put autism in the forefront, and it's like so far in the forefront that you may be like, well, dang, we get it. Okay, cool. Autism is here. It's prevalent. But can we move along? Can you finish telling what's going on? So then, when you think about it, you'll be like, okay, well, dang, like it really is like that in real life. Like people with like low levels of autism are like treated like they need to be like spoon fed, or they need to be coddled, and that's not always the case. Sometimes, yeah, they miss like social cues and whatever, but it doesn't mean that they don't understand other aspects of life. Like it's not as if they don't deserve to experience those human experiences that quote unquote normal people get to experience, or like they need to be, dragged along but safely. Like that's not always the case, and this book kind of like shows you that in a sense. I think the author is writing in a way that plays out the autism standpoint, and like that's what adds to the childish nature of it. Because don't get me wrong, the author goes there, but the imagination isn't fully the imagination isn't fully played with like it would be with the Airdrome or Zane or Carl. I want to say his last name is Weber, or is it Webster? It's either Weber or Webster. But y'all, if you came from that era of book reading, then you know what I'm talking about. Or should I say, if you my age and you from that era when we shouldn't be reading a book, but we read them. Or if you're a reader of those authors, you know, currently in whatever stage of life you're in, the author doesn't fully go to that side of the imagination as they would, you know. And the author don't go all the way in there, and doing that for me would take it over, but not too far over, and be like a kicker for me as like an early reader of those authors, of those forementioned authors. But all in all, I'll give a book a 4 out of 5 recommendations. 4 out of 5 star recommendation. Adding that extra in the scenes would have been that extra point for me, because you know, one of my personalities, they really didn't like that, and they really wouldn't allow me to give them that extra point because of that. So 4 out of 5 recommendation, definitely. If you like for your mind to be edged, and you like for your imagination to be led but not taken all the way there, then yeah, it's good for you. But for me, lead me there and push me all the way in there, push me all the way in the water, but figuratively, not literally. Don't push me in no water, because we're gonna have to fight afterwards. But lead me all the way there, and then yeah, walk me on through the door. You know, that would be greatly appreciated. Just saying. If you like your imagination to be edged a little bit, I definitely say give it a read, give it a try. I read how long is it? I read the entire book in a little bit over a day. Cause I started on a Friday night and I read for like 45 minutes. I read the first 2.5 chapters, or was the first 3.5? No, because I wrote the prologue. I want to say it was like, I read the first 3.5 chapters in like 45 minutes. I want to say it might have been less, it might have been more, but and then Saturday I finished the book. I was reading like, I want to say, yeah, majority of the day. I spent majority of the day Saturday reading. So yeah, I spent majority of the Saturday reading, because I was like captivated in wanting to know what was going to happen, and if what I suspected to happen was correct and finna happen. Was finna happen, and before I knew it, I was like done with the book, you know. So, and I kind of felt good with that, you know, because I'm just now getting back into reading and, you know, trying to find my way in doing that again. So to like finish a book in less than 2 days was like, and it was a good book, was like, okay, yeah, we can. I think we found our spot in the reading genre again. So let's dive in. But I would definitely say kick back, relax, get comfy, grab you a glass of wine, and enjoy. My Choice is You by Mel Dau. The link would definitely be in my description box below.